and he's lost the ball. Aaron Blair comes storming through, and it is going to be blown up for the final whistle, and it is 0-0 here at the Gallagher Stadium. Everybody seems to have just kind of stopped where they are. It doesn't really seem like the game's come to a stop, does it? It looks like it's down for an injury, but the game is certainly over. And that is it. No reaction from any of the players. They're all just kind of standing around waiting for something. But
I think they know that was.
I think they know it wasn't a great performance, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I would say so, but I'd also say Weymouth at times looked like they were going to win that.
Especially down the end just there. Really good opportunity from Genesini. You like to think if he'd stayed on the pitch, or come on and started the game, he would have been warm enough to have maybe placed his shot a bit better. But yeah, squandered chances all around, I think, today. And I want to say a draw is actually a fair result, to be honest. Both sides have had opportunities. Both sides have missed them. Weymouth had a great chance right at the start of the game with Linton, which they put over the bar in the first couple of minutes. They had a really good opportunity just a minute away from the end there. Couple of half chances throughout the game. Maidstone, not too many clear-cut chances besides Tate in sort of the last 5-10 minutes, wasn't it, Alex?
I mean, we got ourselves into good positions in the first half, but we were taking shots from outside the box. Obviously, you had Tate's early shot on goal. You had Berkeley Ajapong's attempt, and I think our best chance was by far the one right at the end with Tate arriving in the box after that set piece, and you really think that should have been the goal to do it for us. But it is a point. It's probably not. It could have been worse, right? Obviously, Western have dropped all of their points at home to Tunbridge, so we still are in that final playoff spot, albeit. I haven't looked at what the final scores are. I'm sure you'll get those up.
Final score, shall we?
It might have increased the gap on those above us. But that said, I said at the start of the game, I don't think we should be looking up there now. We should just be looking behind us and making sure we are holding on to that playoff space as the Maidstone players do go over to the remaining fans in the Genco end. Despite the result and despite some performances not being the best, I think there were definitely people to highlight. I think Birch Yajapong was my man of the match for the Stones. I think he pressed immensely. He created his own chances. He just got right involved from the start. I think Ben Brooks had a very positive game. Yeah, it's a disappointing result. Not the worst, as I said, because of the way the Western game went, but can't keep relying on people to drop points just for us to stay where we are.
It. And with 3 games left in the season, all relatively difficult games in their own sense. Welling, quite a local game. Tunbridge, again, our probably most local derby, coming up in a week's or so's time. And then Farnborough in 2 weeks' time, away on the road, final game of the season. So plenty of difficult games still to go. Still plenty left to play for, and as Alex said there, the Stones need to kind of be a little bit more careful, take their opportunities, try and get as much as they can from the remainder of the season, because there is still a lot to play for. And personally, I think, my opinion of the game is pretty clear. I think we should have taken more of the opportunities that we created and been a little bit more clear and a little bit more crucial in those kind of key end stages. But we will, of course, go on to Good Friday, and hopefully it's slightly more good than what we have seen here today at the Gallagher Stadium. Of course, away on the road to Welling. They currently sit, let's have a little look, in the league. I want to just check before I say it. Yep, they are still in relegation, and I'm pretty sure they can still stay up. They can.
Oh, can they? Yeah.
Yes, so they're only 7 points within the relegation zone with 3 games left to go.
I don't think that helps us, because they're going to have something to play for,
exactly.
aren't they?
Plenty to play for still for them. And the other 2 games that we've got left, of course, against Tunbridge and Farnborough, they're kind of dead rubber games for them because they've got nothing left to play for. But they're local games. They want to try and stop us doing something. So we've got to be careful in this final run in the last couple of weeks of the season. But hopefully we see a little bit more on Friday, Alex. So
yeah,
yeah, I think that is probably all from us here today on Stones Live. So despite, of course, the result and the performance associated with it, I hope you did still enjoy our commentary here on Stones Live today. My name is Joseph Parkhouse, and thank you so much for joining me today, Alex, and running the tech side of things. It's been much, much appreciated.
You're welcome.
So with that, we bid you farewell. Join us again on Good Friday for that away fixture against Welling. We'll be with you back here on Stones Live for all the action throughout the following and coming weeks. So have a lovely rest of your day, and we bid you farewell.
Come on, you Stones.